On today's episode of Would I Rebuy This Guitar, we're going back to Japan, well, Fender Japan that is, to revisit a Telecaster I didn't expect to fall in love with. And that is a Fender 60's Hybrid Telecaster in a gorgeous Flamingo Pink. Now at the time when I purchased this guitar, I had just sold my custom shop Telecaster. Things were not looking so good, and I wanted to go all in on the buying and selling guitars business. I saw this one come up for sale. I knew that color was not available in America, and I said, I trust Fender Japan. I know what I'm getting as far as the quality goes and the playability. Sure, why not? Add in the bonus of this comes with American 58 Telecaster pickups and a 4-way selector switch, which lets you go into series for extra beefy tones, and I said, this is a sure thing. And I kid you not, the very next day, Fender announced the American Professional 2 series of guitars. I called my Sweetwater rep knowing that I could break it into 6 payments and therefore kind of stay liquid and be able to invest some money into buying and selling other guitars. Looked like it would be a really good fit. I love the Miami Blue. Also had the push thing on the tone knob that would let you also go into the series. I thought it would be the one that would actually replace my Telecaster for one for me to keep. So, while I'm waiting for that one to show up, the Japanese one, the one that we're talking about in this video, arrives. I unboxed this guitar, and I just remember thinking to myself, my God, this is very, very nice. I sit and I play with it, and I couldn't put it down. It was one of those instances where you gel so much with the guitar that you want to do nothing else but play with it, and you don't get that with every guitar. Well, I don't get that with every guitar. Even if I like a guitar, that doesn't mean I really bond with it. I'm sure that some of you will understand what I'm saying when I say this. However, I finish up playing the guitar. The order's already placed at Sweetwater. This guitar is already up for sale, and I'm starting to think to myself, oh, I think I made a mistake here. Now, over the course of the next few days, I was playing this guitar non-stop, but I knew I purchased it as a piece of inventory, and I had just ordered the American Professional 2 Telecaster. So in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, this is great. Somebody's gonna get one hell of a guitar, but I can't even think about keeping this one for myself, especially given that I just ordered another one. So the American Professional 2 comes in, and it's a great guitar. It is. There's nothing wrong with it. It feels really good, but it didn't feel much better than the Flamingo Pink one. However, I had already cast the die, so to speak. I had gambled that I was going to be playing this thing off over 6 months. I had bought the other one to sell it, and my decision had been made by myself, and I was going to stick to it no matter what. I took the American Professional 2 into the studio, did a really good job. It's on a few of the tracks on the upcoming album, but when I got home, I just went right back to the pink one, and the other one just kind of sat on the stand. Sad. The point being, that guitar sells. I'm sat with the American Professional 2, and after about 2 weeks of that, I end up making the video that has the most views to this day on this channel, why I sold my American Professional 2 Telecaster. So I think that story has just been told again in the form of this video. So that being said, would I rebuy this guitar? Now, it didn't take much for me to think about this one. Not only would I rebuy this guitar, but I did, except in Sherwood Green this time. Same year, same specifications. This feels exactly the way I remember the pink one did. I had just sold, last week I made the video about the MJT Telecaster that I assembled that had all super high-end parts on it, made in America, Lindy Fralin pickups. Great guitar, but I don't know. I was happier with this, with the pink one of these, and I'm just as happy with the Sherwood Green one. And it's a very good example of, it's not always down to the higher priced item being the one that fits you the best. For me and for a Telecaster, I'm a very simple man. I have very, very basic needs, but if they're met and they're met well and reliably built with quality parts such as the rosewood, not the Pal Ferro, nothing against that, but I just hate the hue of it, I'm going to spring for one of these all day. Keep that extra few $100s in my pocket that I made from selling the MJT one, and, just be done with it. As a whole here, I would highly recommend that you guys check out the hybrid line of guitars from Fender Japan. I think they're miles better than anything the Mexican factory is putting out, quite frankly. And if you do your due diligence, you go to places like I told you about, like Digimart, you can score one for a very equivalent, or comparable rather, price to the Mexican ones. So you can expect a video of me demoing this exact guitar later in the week. However, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoy this series, you enjoy the content on this channel, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I really do appreciate all the love that you guys show me on a day-to-day basis. It means the world to me. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow for the Audiomo podcast. We are back after a week's hiatus. Until then, hope you have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.